Borderlands 3 was just announced a while ago, and holy crap does it look amazing. The characters, the scenery, the guns, everything looks fantastic. Here are 5 things that I'd like to see return in Borderlands 3. Let's go. I'd love to see weapon proficiency returned in Borderlands 3. Weapon proficiency was a mechanic in Borderlands 1, where the more you use a certain type of gun, the higher your proficiency level would go up. The higher the proficiency, the more perks you would get with that gun. Plus damage, more fire rate, faster reload speed. Not only does it play into the RPG aspect of the series, it made soloing the game much more easier and convenient by letting the player buff itself. And to be honest, it just makes a whole lot of sense. The more you use a weapon, the better you get at it. The respec system in Borderlands is pretty great. The ability to remove and add any skills in any skill tree is pretty awesome. It gives a peace of mind knowing you can change your build at any moment in the game. There are 2 changes, however, which I hope they add in Borderlands 3. The first being able to save skill builds. It would be so nice if we could save previous builds we had. This would be useful for switching back to your original build after trying out a new skill tree, or for saving specific builds for soloing raid bosses or something. The second change I'd like to see would be a skill tree builder. It would be nice to have a skill builder in-game to plan out future builds, listing out all the character buffs, gun buffs, override abilities. Truth be told, I and many others already use this outside of the game. So, just put it in the game and it'll be a clap. One of my favorite parts about the Borderlands series is how they build the backstories for all the playable characters. Remember Krieg's trailer? That is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. I really hope they do a trailer for each of the Vault Hunters as we come closer to its release. It'd be a great way to build hype by letting us know why each of these characters are badass enough to be a Vault Hunter. Character interaction within the game is also something that can be built upon. Everything from their quips in game to their echologs adds charm to them. Sure, but I really hope they build upon these concepts. Pre-sequel, for example, had the character actually react to the story at hand, which made the Vault Hunters feel more like a character than an avatar for the player. Skins and heads should definitely come back. Skins have been a staple since the first Borderlands, where you could change the appearance of your character. At first you could just change the colors, while the second one introduced more skin variation and different equipable heads. Borderlands 3 should expand on this concept by turning skins to patterns, where the skin would change its pattern on the clothes of the character, and the player would be able to choose the colors of such patterns. This would add a lot more creativity and personality the character can have, rather than preset color schemes Borderlands 2 had. Badass Rank, BAR for short, was a mechanic in Borderlands 2 where completing challenges would net you gameplay bonuses that would carry over to all future characters you would make. Love it or hate it, it was a cool ass mechanic that I would love to see return in Borderlands 3. Of course, the mechanic was not perfect. It was seen as controversial since it made future playthroughs easier and messed with min-maxing equipment for late game bosses. But most importantly, it was actually counterintuitive at times, as the bonuses would conflict with some builds and characters. For example, in Borderlands 2, Krieg was a character who got buffs whenever his shields were down, but BAR would make it so that his shields would recharge faster. See the conflict here? One way to fix BAR would be to let the player decide specifically which buffs were active and which buffs they wish to disable. But honestly, I would be ecstatic if BAR came back in any way, shape, or form. Well, there we have it. 5 things I'd love to see return in Borderlands 3. It's shaping up to be a Game of the Year contender for sure. Is there anything you would like to see in Borderlands 3? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're wondering why you should care about my opinion, you really shouldn't. Thanks for watching.